All right, we are not crazy. No, all this week in preparation for the KOB Eyewitness News 4 Health Fair, we're helping you get healthy. And we've invited back Jim Kirwin. He's here to help us and tell us why cardio is so dang important. Why is it so important?
Well, I'm very, very firmly in the cardio camp. I mean, in my view, cardio is good. There are just so many reasons why cardio is good, and cardio is misunderstood, and we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, because you hear all these things. Oh, it's bad for your knees. You should just do a light walk. But talk about the health benefits of cardio.
Well, let me just say simply, I suffer from arthritic big toes, but I'm much more concerned about my heart than my toes. And I think that encompasses the whole attitude that you should have. Yeah, you're going to have little niggles here and there when you exercise, but nothing compared to the benefits, the health benefits for your heart, for your brain, for your circulation, for your body, for your weight. I mean, it just goes on what all the health benefits of cardio are.
And it's not just running, we should be clear, right? There's clearly other benefits
all exercise.
Cardio. Okay.
Running is just one. Walking is good. Running, I believe, is better. Cycling, swimming, rowing, kayaking, skiing, whatever.
Okay, and to debunk the myths out there, running or doing cardio is obviously better than none.
I can't understand how so-called experts would say that cardio is bad, because it's clearly much better to do some than to do none. I mean, it has to make sense. You can't be doing yourself any harm if you're doing some. I mean, there may be some exceptions to that rule, but as a general rule, cardio is very good, and you should get out and do it.
Now talk about, with a lot of the cardio, it has, you said, built-in intensity. Explain that.
Yeah, well, you see, some people will say that cardio is bad because all you do is exercise at the same slow pace. And if that is what you're doing, so for example, you go down into your basement and you're on a treadmill and you put it at 2 miles an hour, then yeah, but that's better than nothing.
Right, there it goes back.
But it's not great. I mean, there's better ways of doing that. But if you get outdoors and you're running against the wind, or you're cycling up a hill, or you go for a swim in the sea, there's built-in intensity. Yeah, so it's a myth to say that it's not built into aerobic activity. A myth.
Now talk about, even for anyone, if you were an athlete, if you're not an athlete, it's never easy at the start for anyone.
Well, this is true too, and I mean, a lot of the viewers who are thinking of doing the challenge need to understand that they're going to have to do a bit of work. If you've been inactive for a month, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is, it's not going to be easy at the start. That is the most challenging time, but you have to persevere. If you stick with it, get through that early phase, it will get easier as you go along.
Now, the Olympics are coming up. So talk about, these professionals, these pro athletes, every workout, how it works for them.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, in my book, you always look to see what are the pros doing. And the pros warm up. The pros do what are called stride outs before they'd ever sprint or do high intensity stuff. And then when they're done, they cool down. And then they rest and they recover. And they do all of these things. And cardio is totally consistent with that. You can't be bursting and doing high intensity stuff the whole time. You just can't do it. You'd get injured. The pros don't do it, so what's good for the pros is good for you.
All right. Talk about, your 30-day challenge. It did start earlier this month, but it's never too late to sign up for it.
Never too late. You can just go to the website, www.getamericamoving.com/challenge, and sign up, and everything will happen automatically. There's 3 options for you, 3 exercise options based on your current level of fitness, and this is designed for folks who are older, overweight, and out of shape. It's a great way to get started in 2014.
All right, Jim, also real quick, can you talk about, these athletes that have been preparing for months, years for the Olympics, how they're doing right now? How long is this process of, gearing up for the Olympic Games?
I would say it's long. It's years. It's probably been going back to when they were teenagers. They're now in their 20s. I mean, it takes a long time to prepare, to do things the correct way. I mean, I'm a real believer in slow, gradual progress, not trying to do things too quickly. People get injured when they go down that road. So, the athletes who need to look after themselves really need to do things properly, and they do. And that's why they're able to compete. And good luck to them.
Jim Kirwin, thank you so much. Full of great tips. Thank you. Love all these tips.
Good Health Tuesday is sponsored by the Hormone and Anti-Aging Center of New Mexico.
It is Good Health Tuesday, so joining me now is Tom White from the Hormone and Anti-Aging Center of New Mexico, aka also known as HAAC.
That's correct.
All right, nailed it.
I realize it's a mouthful.
A little bit. It's a long
Yes,
one. It's
ma'am.
good though. Got to get it all in. All right. So today we're talking about just how important it is to have testosterone in your body for women that are perimenopausal or going through menopause. So touch on that.
Absolutely. When women go into perimenopause, they start to lose vital hormones. But one of the really significant ones is testosterone. When a woman actually goes into menopause, she loses 60 to 70% of her ability to produce testosterone.
Wow.
Now, this is a huge thing because testosterone is the only thing that will activate the good cholesterol in your body, the HDL. Now, HDL is a scavenger, so it's responsible for cleaning up the arteries, maintaining good health for the arteries and what have you. And that's why they call it the good cholesterol. But that stuff is only activated with testosterone. That's both in men and women. So typically when I see a woman come in, and probably I would say 98% of the ladies that I see walk out of my clinic using testosterone because their testosterone levels are low. Now that's why it's really very important to test these ladies and understand where their testosterone levels are, because you have no idea. You can't ask them, how do you feel? Do you feel depressed? How's your libido? You can ask all these questions, but I can't say, well, how do you feel? How's that HDL working? They haven't a clue, because nobody will know that.
Okay. So what ages do you see women coming in, needing testosterone? Is it young? Is it older? What is
You know,
the
a
age range?
variety of women. I have young ladies who have obviously terrible depression, they have libido issues, they have a lot of different things. Again, remember, stress element in this whole thing with hormone balance is an absolute key. The more stress you have, the less hormones you have. And so we have young ladies, just like elderly ladies, of all ages who have hormone imbalance. Stress plays a critical role here. But testosterone, I dispense an awful lot of it to young women, and it's a variety of things. But as women age and go into menopause, it becomes a very key element. Remember, 1 out of every 2 women die of coronary artery disease, and if we're not making that HDL work, this is leading to the problem. And I think that's really where some of the big problems are, because I think the awareness of testosterone has just not it's caught on, but I don't think the awareness is there yet.
Okay. All right, Tom, tell our viewers where they can go for more information.
For more information, you can certainly call me, Tom White, or you can talk to my partner, Frank Latino, at the Hormone and Anti-Aging Center. Our telephone number is 232-4222. Our website is haacnm.com. And please give us an opportunity to possibly change your life. It might be quite an experience for you.
And Tom, we're going to see you later on in the week on Friday, because you guys are at the health fair this weekend. So we'll see you on Friday to chat more about the health fair.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It's the Texas Rangers as you've never seen them before. Up next, we're talking with 2 of the stars from Killer Women.